The consensus largely is that the inflationary fears will abate. But unfortunately, for the politicians, Democrats are seeking to pump another $3.5 trillion into the US economy on the heels of the United Nations Code Red report this week of the warming planet. The Senate budget plan includes massive provisions to remake US climate policy. The investments are aimed at meeting the president's goal to reduce carbon emissions by 50% and for the power grid to get 80% from emissions-free sources. Evan Van Hook is Chief Sustainability Officer at Honeywell. Joins me from another stonkingly hot place at this time of the year, New Mexico. What's the temperature today in New Mexico?
Well, inside it's a balmy 64 degrees, and it seems like I don't get out of the conference room very often. So outside it's probably hitting 100 at least.
At least. So let's talk about the two aspects here. First of all, from Honeywell's point of view, first of all, let's deal with infrastructure. The new infrastructure bill, Honeywell, I mean, you don't build bridges, you don't sort of have earth-moving equipment, but you are the technology that goes into them, and you are the advanced, smart technology that goes into the roads and the bridges that are being built. So you will benefit from this.
Absolutely. In general, we are very supportive of policy choices that sort of push the economy towards that carbon neutral, the carbon neutral environment that we think is coming. You mentioned briefly the recent UN report, which was indicated as a code red. Another report I think is interesting is UN report that warned of catastrophic climate developments very little time, and that report was published back in 1987. So I think the fact that the most recent UN report indicates that now things are really critical leads us to believe that, yes, we do have to be going towards a carbon neutral set of conditions. And so we believe that anything that the infrastructure bill can do to do that is a good thing. And Honeywell has a lot of technology that can help support that.
The carbon pledge of Honeywell is long and complicated, and I understand, Evan, that this is not a subject that leads itself. Once you're dealing with changes necessary, it doesn't lend itself to sound bites. I get it. However, every company has its policies. And everybody's doing something. So why is the situation so bad? The reality is we're not meeting our targets.
That's absolutely correct, Richard. As I indicated, the UN obviously has known about the risks of climate change for decades. And Honeywell started decades ago to start to confront this issue, both from an internal operations perspective and from a products perspective. We started our sustainability program back in 2004, and to date, we are more than 90% more greenhouse gas efficient than when we started. And to me, that's a strong indication that this can be done. We've also had a huge focus on this in our products. About 50% of our R&D on new products goes to products that improve environmental and safety outcomes. That's a huge focus for us. And about 10 years ago or more, yes, Lee, I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted, I hear what you say. My problem is, I suppose, that in this program, we've got the president call, and I'm not making a political point for you to follow on from, but the president is calling for lower oil prices so that the global recovery isn't endangered. We've got oil prices that are high, which suggests one other thing. We've got a UN report saying we have to move further and faster from fossil fuels, which we need so we can have a recovery. It's not, I know it's not easy, but at the same time, I'm confused.
It is a knot that needs to be untangled. And I do believe that part of the answer comes in that fact that we've known about this for a long time, but we haven't really started to do the things that we need to do to make the transition. And so there's always going to be that interim period. You can't just snap your fingers and get from here to there. We spent about 10 years working on one of our biggest innovations, which is a low global warming potential refrigerant and propellant, which we believe has already avoided about 200 million metric tons. That's our Solstice products. Well, we spent about 10 years and about $1 billion on R&D and new capacity to drive that to market. So it doesn't happen overnight. I do believe that now that we have the infrastructure of the Paris Agreement and the corresponding national legislation that will be driving us, it has to drive us towards a low carbon innovation environment. That's the only way we're going to get there.
Which is what you are involved with, and we'll talk more as the years move on. Thank you, sir. Let's hope that well, I was looking at 1987, 07, 17. I mean, one hopes that we're not waiting quite so long to review this one. Thank you for joining us. We'll talk